Good afternoon. How do you do, fellow kids? Sorry I'm late. What time is it? Oh, I'm 6 minutes late. Sorry, guys. Hey, that's the spirit. That's the spirit, Doc. That is the spirit. Oh, did I scare you? Yes, happy Thursday, everybody. I know. Hey, Boney. Hey, Johan. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Happy Thursday. Thank you, Doc, for throwing that up. Yes, please do like and share the stream. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Haven't been able to watch the great streams in a while, but I enjoy the shorts. Good. Thank you. Well, yes, the streams are fun, but if you're not able to join them and you're able to watch them back or like watch the videos and stuff, that's cool too. But yes, I love having you guys live on the stream. Oh my gosh, it is literally. Did you guys see? Wait, sorry. You know what? I think I gotta. Okay. Yeah, though it's crazy how it's storming here. Did you guys see? Oh, thank you, Doc. Thank you. Yeah, see, so you guys can be like safe. You know, I want this to be a safe community and us to have fun and hang out. And I just found out, okay, this is the reason why, like, I just found out that somebody else who live streams or who makes content was using his Discord to like prey on young girls. Not Destiny. Like, it's just like, I hope you guys know that this is so that I am entrusting, especially in the Discord, for you guys to ensure that if somebody is doing such shit like that in our general Discord, that you kick them the fuck out. And I do trust that you will. Because this, first of all, what this person was doing allowing minors in there is insane. Like, what are you doing? I'm so sorry. Like, you have absolutely no business talking to a minor. I do. I trust you, Boney. And I know that you guys do. That's what's so good about having people in the Discord to like watch out for that kind of shit, because it's like when we say that there's no room for that kind of shit in our community for racism and sexism and homophobia, transphobia, I also mean this needs to be a place where we don't tolerate predators. Okay? Like the fact that this guy was saying this kind of shit in his Discord and nobody was like, what the fuck? Absolutely the fuck not. Well, you guys can trust too that I will never use Discord as a way to prey on someone, to try to like go after some young like 14-year-old guy to be like, hey, which is just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. No, literally, it should be taught. And also, like, a person under 18 doesn't have any business in a Discord with a person in their fucking late 20s. This guy's like 29. No. Oh, I know. And Destiny is such a creep. Oh my gosh. Like, they're all such creeps. That's my point, is that it's like, so when it comes to the Discord, I have to trust that especially since I don't get a chance to be in there as much, that like you guys are keeping that shit in check. Totally. And that's totally fine, Dom. But I'm saying if you're ever in the Discord and you see something sus like that, tell one of the mods. Tell one of the mods. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just furious that this guy did this, and then the way that a lot of the people in his community are treating this girl. He straight up put her photo on his TikTok to do some epic clapback against her, where he made this video and he had like music and shit. No, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. He made like a response video where he had like music and shit. The way you would do like a clapback on somebody to this 16-year-old girl, bro. To a 16-year-old girl. And he put her photo on screen. He put her photo on screen. Yeah, she's 16. And then he wanted to clap back at her. So he made a video disparaging her and calling her a liar and put her fucking photo on screen. A 16-year-old. It's just disgusting. Oh my gosh, I know. Destiny, Pestiny. He's always up to some fuck shit, bro. Destiny. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's really funny. Destiny. Yeah, the thing that I don't like about Destiny is that he doesn't actually have any principles that he holds, like, or an ideology that he holds. If you guys have noticed. Destiny Island, yeah. If you guys notice, he doesn't actually have a fixed ideology or like morals that he like holds himself to, or any real political morals or like things that he holds himself to. He basically is just a debate bro that like will do anything. You know what I mean? What are you putting on your face? This. The Metacube stick. I didn't see it in the YouTube store. I should have tagged it. But that's literally what he does, you guys. And he'll just like use it as like a debate thing. But there's no ideology attached to it. Like, for instance, Israel and Palestine. First of all, he has the nerve to make fun of people and say that they don't know anything about Israel and Palestine when he admittedly didn't know anything about it before October 7th. But he talks about it like he's been studying it for decades. That's the confidence of a mediocre white man. Going and telling Norm Finkelstein, who's been doing this for decades. But then also it shows that like he doesn't actually give a fuck about Israel. It's just that that's who is, you know, that's where the money is. And so that's where he's doing the debate bro thing. But do you think that he actually gives a fuck? No. And it's clear that he doesn't. You know why there aren't really people with principles left? Because that is not what is rewarded. Like, genuinely. People love to say, like, oh, if you're not a good person, you know, that's going to come back to you if you're not a good person. It's like, no, that's actually not true. That's actually not true. The arc of the moral universe does not bend toward justice, actually. And people who are scum are actually always rewarded. Like, I just saw a video yesterday. I wasn't familiar with him. This guy named Jay Shetty, who apparently was like a monk and got like his fame and his following off of being a monk, and then telling people that money didn't matter, that it's about morals and it's about inner you and inner spiritual work and this and that. And then he totally sold out. It came out that he stole people's ideas and content. He would like go through TikTok and steal people's ideas and content and use it. That came out. Then he hired a crisis PR firm to like manage the crisis for him, and it eventually went away. And over time, he recently has signed a $150 million podcasting contract and is wealthy as fuck. So who won? So who won? The immoral person won. Like, that is what the lesson that we are constantly given. If you are amoral and you are willing to do whatever shady shit, no amount of selling out, no amount of low is too low for you, you can become incredibly wealthy. That will be rewarded in our society. Morals are not rewarded. That is the lesson of that guy. Right. That was it. That was it. He had a book that like went super mega viral, like sold a ton of copies. He was like a celebrity guru, and like now he's a billionaire, which is hilarious considering that he was a quote unquote monk. Um, and the lesson that is sent in that is you can be evil and sell out, and you will be rewarded for it. That's why I'm always like, when people are like about like sellout content creators and influencers and stuff, when they're like, oh, those people are just stupid, especially the right-wing ones, when they'll be like, oh, those people are just stupid. It's like, they're not stupid. They know where the money is. They know where the money is. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That's why I love when people get high on their own supply and they think that they're better than they are, when really they're just favored by the algorithm or something because they're paid and they're doing propaganda for the right. What a piece of shit. Thank you. Here's the thing though, that's like so dark about it, is that it's like, or funny, but also kind of funny about it. You see this a lot with right-wing like influencers or like blue MAGA influencers and content creators, where they will get high on their own supply and think that they're doing something specifically unique and great, when really they're just getting more attention, or they're getting more brand deals, or they're getting things easier because the people that want to see that type of content promoted are paying them. And I saw that today because I saw a person and she was really, really condescending, and she was talking about what a successful influencer she was and how she was so like, she didn't just rely on the chump change of the creator rewards program on TikTok. She got all these different deals and people coming to want to work with her. And then I looked at her content, and it's literally a bunch of like right-wing coded blue MAGA content where she's promoting the status quo. It's like, and you don't think that that has anything to do with why they're going to you? Bruh. Hey, Melena. Yes, we're about to make more coffee. I need to make some more. Thank you so much for the super chat. Boney, thoughts and prayers to Nepal. Oh my gosh. That we should watch. That was terrifying. That was terrifying. Yeah, we should talk about that for a minute. That was fucking crazy. Melvin, what are you doing? Melvin. Thank you. Hold on. Let me see. I saw it yesterday on Twitter and I was like, oh my gosh. Not only is climate change real, it's here. Like, I feel like so many people think, like, oh, it's something that's going to happen in the future or something that's all going to happen at once. I think people tend to think that they think, like, it's something that's either going to happen in the future or it's something that's all going to come at once. It's like, no, no, bro. It's here. It's literally here. We see it all the time. We recently saw the volcano. Where was that? That horrible volcano? I'm going to play the one that doesn't have music because I don't want to get copyright. No, I think the thing is, I don't remember where I saw the video of the volcano that was like really horrific, but we see this kind of stuff all the time, you guys, on larger and smaller scales. The flooding, like I just got a notification yesterday that we're going to get a lot of flash flooding today in New York, that there was a tornado in New York where we usually don't get tornadoes. Like, it's already happening. It's been already happening. I think the reason why this hit people a different way is because it looks so apocalyptic. It just looks so apocalyptic. But think about it. We've seen it with the wildfires. Remember, like, I think it was 2024 when New York was orange for like 3 days. Literally. New York was like straight up orange from the wildfires for like 3 fucking days. It was so scary. And then also a few months ago, the city was covered in smoke from the Canadian wildfires. Right. And we've already had a lot of flooding in New York. It's crazy, you guys. It's like, so it's already here. It's been here. And it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. That's why the refugee crisis is only gonna get worse. I think that the reason why Nepal hits people so hard is because it looks like fucking day after tomorrow. This is the footage I'm going to share that went viral, that there's no sound. It's so horrifying too because all these people are running and you see when it happens that it's like no amount of running or hiding would have done anything. No amount of running or hiding. Look at that shit. That is so scary, bro. Like, you can't even see anything. Just look at that. Wiped out. Wiped out. And it's so scary because you know that all these people died. Jeez. Just wipe them the fuck off the map, bro. Do you have any that don't have sound though? Because I don't want to get a copyright. Let me check. Or that don't have music, I should say. That's where it gets dicey. Wait. Did you post it in the general Discord, Boney, or did you send it in a DM? Wait. Sorry, I was looking for it. I don't see it. Yeah, that's horrifying. That is horrifying. Also, when we were talking about climate events that happened this year that were like catastrophic, speaking of which, and again, people don't react to them as much because they don't look like this. Like, people react to things that look like that look apocalyptic, that look like the day after tomorrow. But like, think about it this way too. 32,000 people died in Europe in the last couple months from the heat. That's fucking crazy. But because it's not like they died by getting wiped out in water or something like, like the way that what I'm trying to say is that like things make bigger news when it's like more dramatic the way that they die, or like it's more like theatrical. That's not like I'm not saying it right, but like I feel like you guys know what I mean. Like when it's not as, I keep wanting to say theatrical and that's not the word. The point is when you see people, what happened in Nepal, it is so horrifying and so scary that it makes the news around the world like this. Whereas when people are dying every day from a heat wave that ends up being 32,000, it doesn't make the news in the same way. It's not as sensational. That's the word I was looking for. Sensational. Yeah, but that's fucking crazy. 32,000 people? That's like a town. Yes, or in a single sensational, but also in like a single catastrophic event instead of, all of them dying over the span of like 2 months. That is all of this. A couple months ago, the wildfires, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the the wildfires that turned the sky orange a couple years ago, the wildfires in Australia, now this, it's like all of these things are a result of climate change. And not only is it going to kill a lot of people, as we're seeing right now, it is also going to create a refugee crisis, the likes of which people have never seen, which is why the right wing continuing to deny it is so, all right, keep denying climate change as it continues to create more climate refugees, because that's what the fuck is going to happen. Which, speaking of which, I actually do want to talk about that a little today. The insanely embarrassing fucking interview that I saw last night with Tucker Carlson and Greg Bavino, the old ICE guy. Oh my gosh. It was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Just insane lies, bro. Insane lies. In World News Channel. Oh. Only the one that you played has some sound in the background, but you've already played that. Okay, let me check. And thank you so much for the super chat, Boney. It's a good opportunity for me to do my little thing real quick. A reminder that it's your support that makes it so that I can make my content and live stream. So that is why I set super chat goals for every stream. And by helping me meet the super chat goal, it not only helps me, but it helps the channel. It helps the stream get seen more in the algorithm. So helping me meet the super chat goal helps a lot, and I just go longer if I meet the goal in the stream. Also, shout out to all my patrons and Ko-Fi members, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. All of you guys are amazing and help me do this every month. So thank you so much. If you want to tip me, a great way to do it is on Cash App or Venmo, which is there. Also, please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, to both channels that I have, to all my channels that are in my link tree, which is in my description. And shout out to my amazing mod, Boney. Can't ever forget that. Everybody say shout out to Boney. Throw some Melvin and Eggy emojis in the chat. And if you want to help the channel, but you can't monetarily, that's cool. You can like and subscribe and just interact with all my videos that I post, whether they be shorts or long form videos. Just watch them all the way through and interact with them, because watch time and share also affects the channel a lot. So I think that that's it. Thank you so much. Boney is throwing all of these in there, so thank you. And while this is happening, we're just all ignoring that, the Israeli regime is still committing a genocide in Gaza and still trying to take over Lebanon, and now is like agitating for shit with Turkey. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, Zin. Thank you, Clay, for the sticker. Okay, let's look at World News. It's in the World News channel. I also got to make some more coffee. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say that, jeez. Okay, we're going to watch some of these. Yeah, I got to make some more coffee. Yeah, I also forgot to say, because some people said they didn't know, that I stream twice weekly, Thursdays and Sundays. Obviously, is my goal to eventually stream a lot more than that, but right now, it's Thursdays and Sundays at 2:30 Eastern time. Or 2:35, since I'm always fucking late, but you guys know what I mean. 2:30 Eastern time. I didn't get up till 1 today. I didn't go to bed till 5:30 in the morning, fam. Like, you know how I be. I mean, W's in the chat for Boney, because Boney's always hitting them W's. True. Yeah, we need to make some more coffee. Um, hey, thank you. I love to hear that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, the bad faith, you know what makes me happy? That gives me hope. Okay, there are leftists in Texas. They want to make you think that Texas is fully right wing. It ain't. It ain't. There are leftists in Texas. You just don't know it because Texas is a red state, but also Texas has a ton of gerrymandering and voter suppression. So they make it seem like it's more red than it is. Thank you so much for the super chat, stock handle. Do you prefer Hassan in the suits or do you like him in his old casual look? I like him better in the suit. I definitely like him better in the suit. I hated when he had the really long hair. I was like, nah. It just didn't remember because I remember laughing because he looked so embarrassing because he's like huge. When he had the long hair and he got the car, he bought like a Ferrari that he was too big for, and he looked so embarrassing, like walking like this with his long hair in this like little tiny car. He's like 6'5" or some shit. It looked really funny. I was like, nah, this is not the look. No, he looks a lot better, I think, with the suits and the short hair. You're right about that, Dawn. There are a lot of Republicans in California. People don't realize that. True. Yes, I love this. I love this. I want you guys to connect. We want to connect lefties all over the country. Join the Discord. Um Yeah, I like the suits better too. So we're definitely going to talk about that because I'm getting really tired of this op. And when people go, oh, well, why are you still talking about it then? Because they won't stop talking about it. They won't stop talking about it. Today, John Ossoff came out to condemn him. Absurd. And actually, it matters a lot because this is a proxy fight. That's what people need to understand. People keep trying to argue with me. Okay. I got so much pushback on my Abdul El Sayed video where I was criticizing Abdul El Sayed for putting out that embarrassing, pathetic struggle session apology where he was condemning Hassan. And people were pushing back on me, being like, oh my gosh, like, no, he's like he's just doing what he needs to do. And it's like, no, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. They are not going to stop. This is not a real good faith effort to like condemn anti-Semitism. No, this is a bad faith smear. This is a bad faith attack on Hassan Piker and on any candidate associated with him for multiple reasons. One of which being they do not want there to be an ascendant left. So if they can crush Hassan, they can, by proxy, alienate and make toxic a lot of the progressives running. And then on top of that, they want him to bend the knee because they also want to destroy him. You think they're going to stop? Oh, he just has to put out this statement. No. They're not going to stop. They want him to lose. They want him to lose. And if you think that the Democrats are not willing to let a progressive in a swing state lose to protect Israel, because that's what this is about, you're not paying attention to politics. You're not paying attention to politics. They've literally said, do we really need Michigan to win? Do we? Do we really need Michigan to win in the Senate? When Graham Plattner was still in the race and they thought he might be a threat to Israel, they kept saying, do we really need Maine? Which, by the way, there's still something about that Graham Plattner thing that is bothering me. Not that I don't believe that he would hurt a woman. No. The guy was a fucking mercenary, okay? The guy was literal multiple tours in fucking Afghanistan and Iraq. So do I believe that he could do some fuck shit to women? Of course. I don't think that that's shocking. That would be possible. But there is something about that story that is gnawing at me. The way that it happened, the way that it went down, the way that he went out of the race, and what it was. There's just something about it that it's not making sense. And it's hard to explain, but it's not adding up. And there is a little bit of it's giving up. I don't know. Like, it's hard to try to explain, but like, there's just something about it. And we'll have to come back to it later because I know that's like not the focus of this. There is something about it that is just giving me sus vibes. Giving me, I don't think this is the whole story vibes. I don't know. Thank you so much for the super chat, Comrade Cranky. I'm 76. I live in Texas, and I say, make Israel Palestine again, free Palestine, free Cuba. You know, I really love that. Thank you again, Comrade Cranky, for the super chat. I actually really love when I see, because you guys know I make fun of boomers a lot, but like, I actually really love when I see boomers being on the left. Okay? Because too many boomers are fucking right-wing, reactionary, like fucking, you know. So like, I actually really love when we find the boomers that are on the left. Let's go. Yes, exactly. It's a lot of those things. And again, I know there's going to be bad faith people that try to twist what I'm saying and say, like, oh, are you defending him? Are you saying that a guy who did multiple tours in Iraq and had that tattoo wouldn't be capable of hurting a woman who was an alcoholic? No, of course not. Of course I wouldn't say that. Like I said, if that turned out to be absolutely true, everything she was saying, it would not surprise me at the fuck all. At the fuck all. But what I am saying is the way that story happened, the way that they were on this campaign for months and months and months. And then this came out. And then there was no follow through. And then there was already an automatic setup with Tapper Jake. It's just something about it just isn't sitting right with me. And I can't even totally explain it, but something about it is just not sitting right with me. Thank you so much for the super chat, Stock Handle. I appreciate it. I appreciate the 1999. Thank you. They can't go after AOC, Zoran, or Bernie because they are too popular, so they're going after HASAN as he is easier to attack. As for Plattner, I loved him. The timing appears that he was rat fucked, but he essayed that girl. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But there is just something, and I'm not saying that she's lying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being like, oh, she's a lying hussy. You know, it's like, I don't know. There was never really any follow through or follow up. He never even addressed it again after that happened. There's just something about the story that it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Oh yeah, there was like a bunch of, somebody said this to me. There was some clown, bad faith clown, put my video about Graham Plattner where I was talking about like my feelings around like his campaign, and this was before that accusation of SA came out, right? And they were claiming in this Reddit post that I was defending him from that most recent SA account and then attacking me. So bad faith. So bad faith. That video was before those allegations came out. Which is great. Which is great. And I was fine. Like, I'm fine with that, because if you're getting accused of doing that to a woman and you don't like have a good really like rebuttal of that, and you can't definitively say like this did not happen, I'm not, then get out of the race, right? I wasn't mad that he dropped out, because it's like, I'm sorry, like, you're getting accused of something very serious. And again, I'm not saying even that I don't believe her. I think it's totally plausible that she is telling the truth. However, there is something about that story that just doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's just something about it that I hear it, and the way that it happened and the way that it went down, and I'm like, but it doesn't matter. He's out of the race. Troy Jackson is there. He has the same platform. Yeah, we're gonna go make some coffee. I got distracted though. We are gonna keep talking about HASAN though, because what people need to understand, the people arguing with me about HASAN or about Abdul El Sayed specifically, all the people that were arguing with me about his apology, is that it is bad faith. They're not going to stop. They want Abdul El Sayed to lose. Reddit's pretty filthy in general. That's true. It's just like, normalize just admitting you don't like someone because you don't like them. Like, literally in that Reddit that somebody sent me, which, by the way, I don't even like when people send me stuff like that. I don't need to see a bunch of bad faith liars shitting on me. Like, so the person who sent that to me, I was already annoyed. I was like, I didn't need to see that. Like, but then second of all, it's like, they were literally so bad faith accusing me of saying things that I wasn't saying, accusing me of putting the video out after those allegations had come out, when the video was before that. Like I said, when those allegations came out, I was like, well, yeah, obviously, if you're going to get accused of something that serious, you do got to go. You do got to go. Because if that's true, yikes, that's not acceptable. But of course it was bad faith. And then a bunch of people in the comments were enraged that I had water on my shirt. Yeah, in this Reddit post, because I had like a little speck of water I had cleaned off from getting coffee on my shirt. They were mad that it had water on it. Anyway. Now, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so the thing about what is going on with Abdul El Sayed is that people seem to think, and a lot of the people that were arguing with me about his apology and throwing Hassan Piker under the bus, that if he did that, they'd leave him alone. And again, I got news for you. They're not going to leave him alone. I'm going to sneeze again. All right, let's make some. Hey, Absra. Pretty much, pretty much. Actually, what's more annoying to me is when the left does it. I saw people being like, oh my gosh, if not, they're already trying to make AOC 2028 happen. And so I reposted a GIF where I'm like, no, no. And people were so upset. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So what, you don't want universal health care? Is that what you want? You don't want a universal, like, it was really embarrassing. I'm like, I'm gonna need you guys to not act like that. I'm allowed to say that no, actually, I don't think that AOC is gonna be the savior that you guys think she's gonna be. Let's make some coffee. Do I have enough ground? Do I have enough ground, or am I going to have to grind some more? Yeah, so, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Why do I keep sneezing? Oh, you know what it is? I just realized this. It's the rain. Weirdly enough, when I sneeze a lot, or when it rains, it sometimes makes me sneeze more. Does anyone ever get that? Oops. Here's what people don't get about AOC is that you can't have somebody that weak running for president. Sorry, not sorry. What has she done to actually buck the establishment since she came into office and like endorsed Bernie and protested Nancy Pelosi's office? She has not done anything to upset the establishment in years. So, no. Like, what people don't seem to get is that if we really wanted to have like a strong left wave and movement, you would need to have somebody who was not afraid to fight with the establishment, not afraid to fight with the media. She's not willing to do that. You guys are acting like, or not you guys specifically, but like people arguing with me last night about it on my post. We're acting like she was going to be some fighter. It's like, are you kidding me? She won't even go on media that makes her uncomfortable. She won't even do media appearance of people she thinks are going to be hostile on her own side. Really? We're supposed to believe she's going to be the fighter that needs to be president? Please be serious. It's not serious. Because the reason why I came up is because there's like this page, this like attempt to draft her, like draft AOC for president. And it's like, no. Again, like, you need somebody who is willing to fight. Not somebody who's going to crumble and capitulate the second the establishment yells at them, which is what she does every time. Anytime she has been, like, the establishment already brought her to heel. So you think she's going to be a fighter? Please. And again, in order to run for president, you need to, because they're all going to come after you. They're all going to come after you. When you're running for president, you're not just fighting the right or your opponents in the primary, you're fighting the media and the donor class. And that's something that Bernie Sanders did not seem to understand. I feel like people don't learn lessons ever. They don't learn the lessons from Bernie's 2020 campaign, because one of the problems with Bernie's 2020 campaign is that he was weak. That was one of them. He was weak, and he refused to fight Joe Biden when he needed to, and he refused to fight Elizabeth Warren when he needed to, and he refused to fight the media in a way that he needed to. That is the problem. It is not enough. People think that because AOC has good policy and that she votes the right way, that it's enough. It's not enough. First of all, she's way too cozy and comfortable with Zionists. Way too cozy and comfortable with Zionists. But then also, again, when it comes to running for president, it is not enough just to be in a position of having good policy. You need to be a fighter. And you watch how Bernie Sanders could not do that. And that was part of the reason why he lost. But people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to acknowledge that. Again, like, oh, I know. Also, people already trying in 2026 to be like, she's the only one who can win. Accept it. It's like, that's fucking crazy. We could have somebody come run for president that we don't even know who it is yet. So to already be trying to like push that on people is ridiculous. But again, also, AOC is the same person, again, that won't even literally go into a hostile media environment. But we're supposed to believe she's going to fight and run for president. Just be serious. No, at this point, HASAN Piker should just run for president, honestly. At this point. He's all they talk about anyway. Actually, HASAN Piker should run for president. Here's my pitch why he should. He's right on the policy, and he is proving in real time that that he is willing to fight the establishment and fight the bad faith media and Zionists that are constantly attacking him and smearing him. Because that is part of what you need. Like in the environment in the world that we live in, you need to have that. You need to have that fight. And they're obsessed with him anyway. He may as well run for president. Thank you, Texas Rebel. I appreciate that. Can you imagine, lol? Absolutely not. See, Mamdani would be better, but people are like, oh, well, he's not from America. It's like, so? Yeah, which is why you have to be willing to fight, because look at how the Zionist media is trying to destroy HASAN Piker right now and Abdul El Sayed. Fuck John Ossoff. Fuck John Ossoff. Not only is John Ossoff a fucking hack, okay? We talked about that hack sitting there with some, I don't support abolishing ICE. I don't support Medicare for all. I don't support expanding the Supreme Court, the filibuster. But also, it was John Ossoff who came out today to condemn Hassan Piker. No, it's the new do you condemn Hamas? Literally. Oh, I think Melvin wants to go outside. It's literally the new do you condemn Hamas? Oh, sorry. I forgot to watch the Nepal videos. Let's watch this really quick, and then we'll get to the Hassan Piker story. So scary.
No!
It's really hard to watch because it's really hard to watch, especially their screams. Their screams are horrifying because those are like screams of people who are dying or who know they're about to. Like it's horrifying. Thank you so much for the super chat, Pandora. It's ironic that people have accused Hassan of not being left enough, yet he is one getting clobbered right now. Where are those people now? I know. I know. For there are some people to where it's never gonna be enough. But thank you again.
Mom! Karen chapla. No!
Oh no, that's so scary. You can see there are still people in the street. Oh, it's so horrible. You know that those people didn't make it. You know that those people didn't make it. Oh, that's so awful.
No!
लौना तेरो आमा कत्रो आयो
Is that a person?
लौना नि अब त्यो देवी हटुवानमा पर्दो जस्तो छ मेरो आमा हेर्नु त कत्रो आयो लौना नि बटर केही छैन रे
Does anybody know what language they're speaking?
आमा काको के होला यो हेर्नु त यहाँ आइपुग्यो
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
मेरो आमा कत्रो भयो किन बस्छ होला त्यो के भगवानसम्म डुबायो मेरो आमा देवी दोकानमा पर्यो मन्दिर हेर जम्मै लगायो मन्दिर जाउरो छ नि त
पुरै त्रिशुली आमा लाइभ यो चाहिँ है गाइस यस्तो लाइभ छ ओहो पुरा ड्याम फुटेर आयो पुरा चाइनाको ड्याम फुटेर आएर छ
Bro, look at the car on the other side. How did the water not wipe that out? Do you guys see the car driving on the other side?
पुरै त्रिशुली आमा लाइभ यो चाहिँ है गाइस यस्तो लाइभ छ
Now, for some reason, the wall is hitting.
पुरा ड्याम फुटेर आयो पुरा चाइनाको ड्याम फुटेर आएर छ आमा ल यहाँ हामीले अब ओहो यार यो पुरै ड्याम फुटेर आएको यो घर गयो ल ल त्रिशुली बजारै गयो यार ल गयो यार ओ यता यता आऊ यता आमा यार बजारै गयो यार यहाँ नबसौँ ल अलि टाढा बसौँ टाढा यो पुरै ल घरहरू जम्मै गयो ल
Oh my gosh, look at it taking down the housing.
घरहरू जम्मै गयो यो पुरै आमामा ड्याम यार
Jeez. That is terrifying. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh, hell no. Can you imagine how fucking scary this would be, bro? Oh my god. Oh, fuck no, bro. Of course it's not playing. Of course I wasn't playing it. I do this every fucking time. Look at that. Hell no. Oh, this is fucking terrifying, bro.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Lama. खोला हेर्नु गाइस खोला ओ माई गॉड मार्यो मार्यो भाग केटा हो भाग
Good boy. Oh, look at
Oh, can you imagine? It really does show you the frailty of human life, though. Like, that's horrifying. You look at them and they look like little dots. Oh, that's scary. That is very scary. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. My sister was so confused about it. She was like, who the fuck is the person in your Venmo profile picture? And it is. It is. Hold on.
In this room there is a list.
No. Wait. No, where'd it go?
This list in Arabic this list says we are in an operation, the operation against Israel.
You guys do take it, and
In this room there is a list.
what did you guys do? Take it and do something crazy to it?
So yes. Don't get confused. If you're confused and you find my Venmo, that is my profile picture, yes. You guys, my dogs are so perfect. Everybody. I wish my dogs did play with toys more than they do. They really don't. My little dog loves toys. It smells so good, you guys. Yes. I was actually just looking over my Eggie and Melvin emojis last night and admiring them. I was like, they're so great. They're so cute. Okay. So I don't know if John Ossoff's statement was written or if he put it out. Yikes. Ow, I get hold on. I don't know if John Ossoff's statement was written. We're gonna look. Hold on. See, they'll like grab the toy and they'll play with it for like a second and then they'll drop it. Okay. This is what I mean, you guys. They want him to lose. This is why people were getting on my fucking nerves so much, arguing with me. Oh, he just has to condemn Hasan Piker because what Hasan Piker said was anti-Semitic, and even if it wasn't, which it was not. But even if it wasn't, you know, he's got to pivot to the general and he's got to distance himself. It's like, no, you guys aren't getting it. It's never going to be enough. Because that's not the goal. You think that it's going to be enough for him to just condemn Hasan Piker and then they're all going to move on and leave him alone? No, they want Abdul El Sayed to lose.
I'm seeing the rumblings, and the rumblings are
They literally, the so-called centrists, the vote blue no matter who, like these clowns, they want him to lose. They want Abdul El Sayed to lose. Oh, we're just worried about Democrats being able to take back the Senate. Bitch, you're not worried about Democrats trying to take back the Senate. This is what I need everybody to understand. This is an op. This is a coordinated campaign to attack Hasan Piker and by proxy, everybody else that listens to Hasan Piker, that talks to him, that associates with him, because they want to reassert control over the party being pro-Israel. That's what everybody needs to understand. That's what everybody needs to understand. Maybe I should move over here. This is not a very good couch. This is not a very good couch. I use it as a seat for all my editing and streaming, and I guess I'm putting an ass print in it. I'm putting an ass indent in it. But this is just not a very good couch then, because even if you sit in the same place for a couple of hours, you shouldn't put an ass dent in it. It's times like this I wish I had a car. I would just go on Craigslist all outdated and go and find some random fucking couch and just go pick it up. Like on the free section. No, okay, so here's what people need to understand. They literally want Abdul El Sayed to lose. Because this is a operation being done by the Zionist centrists that are claiming that they want to win the Senate, but they want Abdul El Sayed to lose because they would rather throw the Senate seat than to feel like they are losing control over Israel support. Yeah, but that's foolish because they're never going to support him. The people that already don't support him because they're claiming that he's anti-Semitic are not going to support him anyway. That's what that Michael, what was his name? Michael, what was that guy's fucking name? The hack that went on C-SPAN that was like, I can't support Abdul El Sayed because something 9/11, like using like Islamophobia to attack him. I'm forgetting his name, but it wasn't DeRosa. It was La Rosa. Michael La Rosa or some shit like that. He went on and said that he couldn't support Abdul El Sayed because something 9/11. So really just Islamophobia. And then on top of that, they're like, oh, well, that's why we need Democrats for Mike Rogers. No, you guys, this is about Israel. This is about Israel. They want for the party to be back in the hands comfortably of the pro-Israel lobby. And because of this, this is a coordinated campaign. Thank you. Somebody said, bless you. This is a coordinated campaign of the Zionist donors, the very, very wealthy Zionist donors, the Zionist media, and the Zionist centrist Democrats, all coming together to coordinate this campaign against Abdul El Sayed, against Hassan Piker, because they want the Democratic Party back in line for being pro-Israel. De La Rosa, thank you, Texas Rebel. De La Rosa, that's who it was. It was a totally insane clip. And he rightly got chewed out by the caller. Like, it was a totally insane clip. Thank you. Somebody said bless you. Yes. Okay, let's listen to these hacks talk about these vote. Now, I want everybody to keep in mind too that these hacks, they were vote blue no matter who. It was vote blue no matter who. Now it's we want to try to get Abdul El Sayed to lose. Again, what is happening? I just want people to be clear about what is happening here. And what is happening here is that Israel is losing support. And so they are tripling down on putting a grip back on the party. And they are trying to alienate Hassan Piker and thus associate anyone associated with him. And they want to make them radioactive because they want for the party to be back firmly in the pro-Israel camp, no matter how much the voters don't support it. They don't care. The voters don't support Israel. The voters are way more on the side of Hassan Piker than they are of the establishment. The voters are way more on the side of Hassan than they are on any of the Democrats that are going against him. But is that stopping them? No, it's not stopping them. Again, they would rather lose. They would rather lose and get people to be pro-Israel again than they would to win and just embrace Hassan Piker. Because again, it's all based on a lie. This entire campaign against Hassan Piker is based on a lie. He's not anti-Semitic. He never said anything anti-Semitic. He never threatened Jewish people. That is such a fucking lie. And they know it's a lie. This, again, isn't even really about Hassan Piker. This is a broader fight that they are having and a broader campaign that wealthy Zionist donors, Democratic centrist politicians who are Zionists, and the Zionist-controlled media are all having and creating this campaign together to try to destroy Hassan Piker and anybody that associates with him because they don't want any more Israel dissent. They are done. They're done with the Israel dissent. They don't want people not supporting Israel. And so they are trying to destroy him and by proxy anybody that is in the party that is associated with him because they don't want anti-Israel people in the party. They don't want anti-Zionist people in the party. And they are working overtime to try to crush him, which is why it makes no fucking sense. Which is why it makes no sense. Do you see them going out and condemning Randy Fine? No. Do you see them going out and condemning all or any of the racists that are in the Republican Party that are regularly Islamophobic and anti-Arab? Do you see them condemning them? Do you see them condemning Mike Rogers for being racist? Do you see them condemning Mike Rogers for being Islamophobic? Do you see them condemning him for being an anti-Arab racist? Do you see them condemning Jake Lang for his constant agitation and Islamophobia against Abdul El-Sayed and the people in Michigan? No. No. Because it's not about that. Instead, you have every single Democrat, not limited to, but including John Ossoff, Abdul El-Sayed, what's that one hack? Jake Auchincloss, all on a media tour to condemn him. All on a fucking media tour to condemn him. You've got Dana Fash going out on CNN and perpetuating the SA hoax. Josh fucking, thank you, Brandon. Josh fucking Gottheimer. These people have no fucking credibility to speak on this. They're racist. That's what's amazing. I'm forgetting the name of the guy that put out the literal, like, novel-length condemnation of Hasan Piker. I forget his name. He's like a lesser-known congressperson. Was it Schneider? One of the people, and somebody remind me if you know who I'm talking about, one of the people that put out, and I know it's hard to keep track of because it was literally like every fucking Democratic politician, but one of them, it might have been Schneider, put out this literal novel about condemning Hasan Piker. And then one of the things he said in it was like, we can't have credibility to condemn hate if we don't call it out on our own side. It's like, I'm so sorry. Are we living in an alternate fucking universe? What do you mean we don't have credibility to condemn hate if we don't do it on our side? That's literally you. You're racist. You're Islamophobic. You don't call out the Islamophobia on your own side. You don't call out the racism against Arabs on your own side. You already don't have the credibility. What do you mean? Well, we're not going to have the credibility to condemn hate if we don't condemn Hasan Piker for something he didn't say. We're not going to have the credibility to condemn hate if we don't condemn Hasan Piker for shit we made up. You don't have the credibility because you're racist. You already don't have the credibility because you're fucking racist. You already don't have the credibility to condemn Hasan Piker because you're fucking Islamophobic and a genocidal Zionist. These motherfuckers who literally support the genocide in Gaza come out here like it ain't no thing, being like, and we need to condemn hate. You're literally a fucking genocidal Zionist. You're literally a fucking genocide supporter. You're literally supporting the Israeli regime's ethnic cleansing and genocide. And you think you have the credibility to come out here and go, listen, in order for us to have credibility, we got to condemn hate where we see it, including on our own side. Mirror? No, it's an alternate fucking universe, bro. Aw. Thank you, Yori, for gifting the membership. That was really nice of you. But, like, it's actually insane. But that's what I'm saying. It's actually the fucking gaslighting in the alternate universe. It's the fucking gaslighting in the alternate universe. These people live in an alternate universe where they think they have the credibility to condemn Hasan Piker as they are openly genocidal, openly support the genocide in Gaza, openly cheer and support the ethnic cleansing of Lebanon, are racist as fuck toward Arabs, are Islamophobic as fuck, and don't condemn the Republicans who are racist and are sexist and are anti-black. They don't condemn them, but they're all focused on Hasan Piker for something he never even said. What does that tell you? It tells you it's not really what it's about. Aside from telling you that they live in an alternate fucking universe, aside from telling you that these people live in an alternate fucking universe, it is also, what it also tells you is that it's not about that. It is not about that. That is not what this is about. So anyway, let's listen to Timu Dr. Phil over here talk about some, HASAN. What's so amazing is, one more thing. I love when people do a this you and then show something that's like base as fuck, or do like a this you and then they show something that doesn't contradict anything you said. That's what Timu Dr. Phil tried to do to me the other day on Twitter. He posted a photo of me, of one of my tweets, talking about how I couldn't support Kamala Harris because she refused to stop supporting the Holocaust in Gaza, which I stand the fuck by, and also doesn't contradict any of my politics or anything I've said now. And he literally posted this very reasonable tweet of mine and wrote, this you? Yeah. Yeah. Like, it was so embarrassing.
As follows. People.
There's a petty side of this of like, it does feel kind of cathartic to watch him just get fucking buried by his own clips. After
Watch
he
El
thought it was
Sayed
gonna
be buried or HASAN be buried?
HASAN. And so, you know, like the petty stuff I reserve for HASAN, but
they literally all hate him more than they hate any of the fascist right. They all hate him more than they hate the fascist right. It's amazing.
not for El Sayed. I just want El Sayed to make better decisions. But if Abdul El Sayed goes on to win this race, it will be after he distanced himself with HASAN. And so there's no way that
there's no way that HASAN wins.
Exactly. He's fucked in this spot.
So then
and
we're
he
good.
He knows it too.
So then no one should be. Then at this point, no one should be
that's
like.
That's why I'm happy. I'm like euphoric over the
Beautiful.
last 5 days.
We're aligned
because this is just unequivocally bad for HASAN, and he knows that.
I'm seeing whispers of it, and it's something that I wanted to bring to your attention. Is that fair?
I feel like I'm being ambushed. Right
You're
now.
not being ambushed.
Like 2008 tax returns or something. What is this?
Everything is fine. Why is
you
everyone?
Make me nervous.
Everyone's monka giga. No, everything is good. Well, not everything is good because I'm seeing the rumblings, and the rumblings are as follows. People want Abdul El Sayed to lose his election against Mike Rogers. What do you think of that?
Well, we talked about this.
But are you seeing that?
I follow a lot of people, and I would say there are maybe like
it's rumblings.
4 or 5 people that I follow, you know, purely out of spite. And they lay it on real thick, that spite. They want him to lose.
Let's be honest. You want the Fox News attacks to occur, right?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, I thought you started this conversation saying that you liked it, that you wanted the Fox News attacks.
I mean, like all things being equal, like in a vacuum, I don't want my candidates who are running in swing states to have to, you know, deal with this kind of coverage on Fox News. You know, so I'm not rooting for that to happen. It's obvious.
First of all, a lot of them are paid. So let's not get that twisted. A lot of them are paid. A lot of these creators are paid. But then also, and paid by Zionist organizations. But then also a lot of them are lunatic Zionists themselves, and that's why they hate HASAN. And really that's literally what it comes down to. A lot of these people are either genocidal Zionists themselves, or they're paid by them, and they hate HASAN because he's pro-Palestine and he constantly criticizes the Israeli regime. They don't want that. They can't have that. That's why they hate him. No, I know. They really are, though. They really are. They literally want Abdul El Sayed to lose. Let's take back the Senate. This is so important. We want Democrats to take back the Senate, vote blue no matter who. They want him to lose to Mike Rogers. and they want him to lose again because they want that to send a message. It's no different than what AIPAC does, you guys. They want to send a message that says, don't you dare ever run a candidate like this again. Don't you dare ever run a candidate again that is progressive, that's unapologetically Muslim, that's unapologetically pro-Palestine, or that has any association with someone that does. Don't you dare. That is what this is, you guys. That is what this is. That is what this campaign is. And like the end said earlier, this is bigger than HASAN. HASAN is just the like stand-in for them. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like that I feel like people are not getting when they go, oh, just let him condemn HASAN and move over and move it on, keep it moving. First of all, again, it's not going to keep it moving because they want him to lose and it's never going to be enough. You think you give Zionists an inch, they're not going to take a mile? You kidding me? You think you give these bad faith hacks an inch, they're going to not take a mile? No, all Abdul El-Sayed did by condemning HASAN was showing them he's weak. That he can be bent like that. That's all he did. That's all he did. All he did was tell them, I am willing to bend to your will. I'm willing to back down. It was weak as fuck. And then also, again, this isn't really about HASAN. This is about Israel and the party trying to destroy the pro-Palestine faction. That's actually what this is. Hasan Piker is just a stand-in. So you don't have to like him. But you should be on his side in this because he is not really the reason. He is a stand-in for what they're actually trying to destroy, which is the progressive faction, which is the left faction, which is the pro-Palestine faction, which is the faction that is willing to stand up to Israel, which is the faction that is willing to say, we don't support Israel. We don't want to fund Israel. We don't want our money going to Israel. We want to sanction Israel. That is what they are trying to destroy. This isn't about Hasan Piker. This is about what he represents, which is the left pro-Palestine faction, and they are trying to destroy him and destroy Abdul El-Sayed so that they can say, look at that. Look at that. Not only are we going to remain a pro-Israel party, but the faction that's pro-Palestine can't even win. That is what they are trying to do. And Abdul bending to that is not good. It's really bad, actually.
Going to happen.
In which case, don't you have something to lose, right? Because if it doesn't work, or if El-Sayed is in line or exceeds nationwide expectations, which I don't think is likely right now, but let's say that it is, wouldn't that undermine your case?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yes. Obviously, like if El-Sayed wins by 10 points or something like that, then Hasan.
I think you'd be upset. If he overperforms, you'd be upset. I think.
I don't know if I would be upset. Like I'm not. I'll take a 10-point victory.
This is so embarrassing, you guys. Speaking of paid hacks, this is what I'm talking about. I just saw this and saved it. This guy is quite literally a paid corporate Democratic content creator. And all he does is show for the establishment and shit on the left. This hack. Of course. Whoops. I went back on the wrong tab. So, yeah, John Ossoff condemned him, and it's fucking pathetic. Like, it's actually so fucking pathetic. The reckless and dangerous. Again, alternate fucking universe, bro. This literally isn't happening. He never said that. Hold on, I'm looking for a certain clip. Oh, here it is.
Really right. Where
who is leading the charge on this is this hack. Smeritandin is literally at the scene of every crime attacking the left. This woman is a mercenary. She needs the left to be destroyed because it will hurt her gravy train if they're not. And she has been, how many times has she tweeted about HASAN? It's been like over 100 in the last like 2 weeks. Someone who she claims to want Democrats to win, but can't stop, won't stop talking about HASAN.
The left is really right, is that things are really bad in the country. So I think where, you have moderates kind of talking about incrementalism and the left talking about more radical change, I think that's going to actually push people towards the left because, the left is right that it's insane that we do have a trillionaire dictating election outcomes by the level of spending he's doing. And like that is oligarchy. And they are right. I mean, the fundamental analysis that things are really broken in the country is actually very right. And I actually think center left people or, kind of normies, it's our job to compete on ideas. That's why I don't think it makes sense to launch a campaign against DSA or the things. I think like the thing is like, if you think DSA is wrong, offer better ideas. Like I'm not
Which
like
is
fighting
funny,
off.
Which is funny because they don't. They literally don't. They'll be like, yeah, we got to come up with our own ideas. Why haven't you? No, her wealth and her job and her position depends on destroying the left.
Like the left per se. My concern genuinely is how to win. I mean, you know this as well as I do. Post 2030, Democrats have to win in states. The blue wall is not enough. They have to start, they have to win in states like Iowa.
And what's actually insane, and like I said, like you feel like you're just constantly being gaslit, and it's this constant gaslighting and constant alternate universe, is that it's like you get online and you see the most insane rhetoric from Israel supporters and from the Israeli government, no condemnation. Like you see the most insane rhetoric from them. And there's no condemnation. But then they'll be like, you know what we really need to talk about? HASAN Piker and how he's making everyone feel unsafe. We need to talk about HASAN Piker and how he's making everything unsafe. And then you have like Bezalel Smotrich saying Nazi shit in the background. Fucking Ben Gvir talking about how they should execute Palestinians a certain amount every night. And our media is like, la, 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 la. What about HASAN Piker? Like, it's insane. It really does make you feel like you're losing your fucking mind. It really does. The gaslighting is fucking crazy. The alternate universe is fucking crazy.
Iowa or Ohio or, places like that, North Carolina for sure. And so to me, I think the real question in front of us is how do you build a big enough tent? And then how do you ensure that you're doing that in a way where you embrace like your base and the left or who the broad tent of the Democratic Party without doing things that alienate like kind of Republicans who can come on board or independents. And I think Bernie Sanders is a great example of that.
Yeah, and that's my point about both sides. Like, I do think that lefties have some crazy candidates who say things that alienate moderate voters.
Insane. Wajahat Ali is like one of the only people in the media that I feel like it like feels my pain. Like I can tell that he feels like I feel, because it's like he's the only one that I feel like is continually saying how fucking crazy all of this is.
I'm not making this.
Like, imagine you're fucking Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries is meeting with that fascist Jared Kushner in a sexy private meeting to talk about how they can work together, and then coming out and condemning HASAN Piker. I'll have to show you guys that clip too before we run out of time, because I do not think we are going to make the super chat goal. So we might be out of time soon. So I want to make sure that I show that clip of Hakeem Jeffries. But first, I want to watch this.
Up just earlier today, Democrat Hillary Scholten will not support Abdul El Sayed. She's from Michigan. So when they say vote blue no matter who, Mary, they're revealing their ass.
Yeah.
Like, you told us for 10 years, vote blue no matter who. Oh, anyone to the
Well, not that guy. Yeah, exactly.
anyone who's to the left of Hakeem Jeffries and Schumer, which is the majority of Democrats, you're willing to crush them. What type of leadership is this? And now you're telling me, I just give you the receipts of the past week. You defended Randy Fine. You attacked Medicare for All. You attacked Democratic Socialists instead of pivoting and attacking, I don't know, all the freaks in MAGA.
Yeah.
You met with Kushner, and now you're doubling down and attacking Abdul Sayed essentially through proxy with HASAN Piker. And now you think you're going to be the leader. I don't care what. I don't do this game.
Right.
I disagreed with AOC and Mamdani yesterday. They circled the wagons because they had to. It's internal DC, New York and DC politics. Nope. You're telling me Hakeem Jeffries is going to be the leader? I'm telling you that the Democratic Party is going to die. And I'm telling you that even if the Democrats win in 4 years, you're going to get your first America First Nazi president.
Yes.
And I'm willing to have Democrats be upset at me. I'm looking at the long term, Mary.
Yeah, absolutely.
If a Gavin Newsom, Hakeem Jeffries.
He's right. He's right. This is what I've been saying. He seems to be the only fucking person that gets what I'm trying to say. Good. Shout out to Wajahat Ali, because he seems to be the only fucking person that is getting this. Yes, this is what I have been saying, you guys. What Wajahat Ali is saying is what I've been saying. That you may think that you're playing some kind of fucking cute political game, but this is a disaster. And by circling the wagons around Hakeem Jeffries, who is not a fucking leader, you are going to get a right-wing America First fucking groiper. Okay? Get ready for President fucking Tucker Carlson in 2028. This is not, again, and this is what Wajahat is saying that I've been saying too, that is absolutely correct. You think that you're being cute and political and savvy and this and that by endorsing Hakeem Jeffries and circling the wagon around him. He is not a leader. He's a fucking hack. He is going to help accelerate the losing of the Democratic Party, just like Chuck Schumer. And what is going to end up happening is that even if they take the House, which they probably will win the House. You have fucking right-wing groiper Nazis like Nick Fuentes telling his following to vote for Democrats in the midterms to punish the Republicans. Everybody is furious at Trump. Everybody sees what a disaster this presidency is. So yes, the Democrats are going to win the House. You think that's it? The Democrats don't think long-term ever, ever, ever. They never think down the road. Republicans think down the road. They're already talking about 2032 and 2036. And this is what's going to happen, which he's right about. And I've been saying, even if the Democrats win, this is going to backfire in 2028. If they do not get rid of Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer and radically change this leadership structure, and they keep circling around him, they are going to lose. Even if they win in 2026, even if they win 2026, they are going to lose. And yeah, I don't give a fuck if people attack me for that. And people have been attacking me for that. Even people who are on my side have been attacking me for that because they were mad that I criticized Mamdani for circling around him. They're mad that I criticized Abdul El Sayed because I said this isn't going to work. This capitulation is not going to work. You are going to lose. So get mad at me all you want. I'll catch you in 2 years when you see that I'm right. I'll catch you in 2 years. Wait, not even 2 years. I'll catch you in a year from now when Hakeem Jeffries continues to aid and abet fascism and you're upset. I'll catch you in 2 years. I'll catch you next year when they continue to aid and abet fascism and everybody acts surprised. Oh, I can't believe the Democrats are doing this. I can. We're telling you right now this is what they're going to do. So, yeah, see you in a year when Hakeem Jeffries is a total fucking disaster and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the Democrats aren't doing anything. I can't believe Hakeem Jeffries isn't doing anything. They're telling you right now, guys. Hakeem Jeffries just appointed Jared Moskowitz to head the subcommittee on Middle Eastern and North African affairs. That fucking psychotic, racist, radical Zionist, pro-Iran war hack. And you know who else they put on the committee? Debbie Wasserman Schultz, radical fucking Zionist, and Wesley Bell, another shill of AIPAC. They're spitting in your face. They're spitting in your face. But then people are going to act surprised. People are going to act surprised in a year from now when they go, oh, I can't believe Hakeem Jeffries is doing exactly what he said he's going to do. It's just such a disaster, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the stay hydrated jewels, Rebel. I know. I'm getting all exercised. But like I said, I really like that Wajahat Ali is like one of the only people in media right now that's making me feel sane. Because he is saying what I have been saying, which is right. They are going to get destroyed because rallying around Hakeem Jeffries and rallying around Chuck Schumer and empowering the same failed, corrupt, Zionist losers that have brought the party and the country where we're at now, including Trump 2.0, is not leadership, is not the way forward, is a losing strategy. The Democrats are going to get fucking destroyed and they're going to deserve it. So I don't give a fuck if people want to come after me for that. It's the fucking truth. And in a year from now, you're going to see that. And that's exactly what he's saying too.
Schumer wins. We're going to have, it's going to be the end of the Democratic Party. I don't give a shit about that. What I care about is it's going to hurt American people. If you get paid by AIPAC, crypto, and AI, how are you going to hold these mother effers responsible? You're not. And then what we're going to get is crumbs, or they'll give us a shit sandwich. Then they'll tell us, hey, dog, Republicans give you nothing. At least we gave you a shit sandwich. Be happy. And then they expect us for the rest of our lives being, you're right. It's either this, a shit sandwich, or nothing. You're right. We're so grateful. At least you're not Nazi. And then what's going to happen? Everything's going to get worse. 2032, you're going to get a MAGA who's going to lie about economic populism. He's going to win.
Exactly. And then you're going to have paid blue MAGA hacks come out and say, you know, maybe we should work with Nazis. Literally, this guy calls himself a future Black civil rights leader. You are not ready for what this hack tweeted yesterday. You are not ready for it. I love it too. I love that he's getting dragged to hell because this is the same hack that has made multiple videos about me crying because I criticized Cory Booker. Yeah. He literally made a video crying about like, oh, you're just so mean to Cory Booker, blah, blah. Actually, criticizing Cory Booker is anti-Black. The same Cory Booker who has been getting donations from Jared Kushner. Yeah. Okay, but this is what he tweeted. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. No one wants to work with fascists, but the reality of America is you have to. Incredible. Incredible. Just so perfect. Just so perfect. It's so perfect. This is the same guy that cried about me criticizing Cory Booker and claimed that criticizing Cory Booker and calling out Blue MAGA, because I made a video calling out Blue MAGA. He's like, that's anti-Black. Says the guy that is like, I mean, no one wants to work with fascists, but, you kind of have to. No, you fucking idiot. You have to defeat them. You fucking clown. Although, I saw a really funny video of some guy making fun of him, and it was really funny because he was making fun. He's like, why do you have your hair beaded like a 11-year-old girl? I laughed way too hard at that. But you're a clown. You're an actual clown. He is also a paid hack. So let's just not get that twisted. Wait, did he turn the replies off? Embarrassing. Wait, where is it? Purity politics? Yes, not siding with fascists is now purity politics. Wait, where'd it go? Okay, I don't know where it went, but it's the most amazing tweet I've seen in a long time, honestly. But I guess he got tired of getting ratioed to hell, so he must have turned the comments off. Because look, if you go to it, wait. Did he block me? But it doesn't say he blocked me. He must have turned his comments off. Yeah, it doesn't look like he blocked me. He must have turned his comments off. What a little bitch. See what I mean? It's not letting me reply, so he must have turned his replies off. I guess he got tired of getting ratio. This guy's such a fucking hack. Holy shit. No, I know. Pays to be a hack, though. Pays to be a hack. Pays to be a hack. This is why I didn't take seriously when this hack, literally was like, actually criticizing Black politicians as anti-Black. Okay. Working with fascists, though? Listen, nobody wants to work with fascists, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta. It's so fucking embarrassing, bro. Okay, bye. 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 It's just so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. By the way, this is such a perfect example of what I'm talking about, this brain rot and this alternate reality. This racist bitch literally prosecuted and went after fucking pro-Palestine protesters using the office of Attorney General and lied and smeared Rashida Tlaib. She's racist and she's Islamophobic as fuck. But has she ever been called out? No, she's a victim. Has she ever been called out for her racism against Rashida Tlaib? No. Has she ever been called out for her genocidal rhetoric, going after students who were simply protesting against the genocide? No, of course not. What we're hearing is that she's a victim and she might leave the Democratic Party because she doesn't want Israel to become a litmus test. So fucking embarrassing, bro. So fucking embarrassing. I wanted to see the Hakeem Jeffries tweet clip before I end this. Hakeem.
Yesterday, slamming what you called the malicious.
By the way, Hakeem Jeffries or Ken Martin put out a statement condemning Hassan Piker. What a fucking joke, bro. Has Ken Martin ever put out a statement condemning all the Islamophobia coming from this party? Has Ken Martin never condemned all the racism and Islamophobia coming from this party? No, of course not. But he puts out a statement condemning Hassan Piker. He puts out a statement condemning Hassan Piker. The nerve of Hakeem Jeffries to come out and condemn Hassan Piker on a lie, guys. Remember, all these condemnations are based on a lie of something Hassan Piker never even did or said. All of them are based on a lie. But Hakeem Jeffries coming out and condemning Hassan Piker the day after he met with Jared Kushner? Be fucking serious. Be fucking serious. Like the actual fucking nerve, bro.
Just claim that American Jews are inviting violence against themselves as, quote, dangerous and anti-Semitic. Was that in reference to far-left influencer Hassan Piker and his recent very controversial comments?
Yes, those comments were dangerous, malicious, and anti-Semitic, and should not be tolerated by anyone in the public square. What we've seen is a start.
That's funny. Remember when he came out and condemned forcefully the racism against Rashida Tlaib? Oh, right. No, he didn't. In fact, he joined Randy Swine in censuring her. Yeah. Or not Randy Swine. I don't think Randy Swine was in office yet when that happened. He joined the Republicans and the other racists to censure Rashida Tlaib. Remember when he came out and condemned the racism against Arabs that has been going on against Abdul al-Sayed for months? Right. No, you don't, because he never has.
Startling rise of hate crimes all across the United States of America, but particularly in this moment directed against our Jewish brothers and sisters. And everybody, regardless of ideological perspective, should be willing to denounce this rise of anti-Semitic rhetoric, hate crimes, and bigotry, and actually try to move us to a society where we embrace everyone.
You're so full of
even where there are
shit.
differences on issues, be they foreign or domestic, the notion that people should be targeted because of their religious beliefs or ethnicity or race, whatever the case may be, that's fundamentally inconsistent with who we are in this country.
Shut the fuck
Yes,
up.
indeed.
Again.
Hassan Piker's clout among Democrats, though, particularly some younger Democratic voters, seems to be growing. We saw, for example, his prominence in the Michigan Senate Democratic primary. So why not call him out by name in your statement if you feel so passionately about this issue?
I've just addressed Hassan Piker's
struggle session
comments as it relates to the Jewish community.
I love how it's not even enough. This groveling isn't even enough. They're like, actually, more struggle session, please. We need you to condemn him more forcefully. Also, by the way, guys, remember when they forcefully condemned Bill Maher, who regularly says Islamophobic shit? Like, regularly. Boomer Maher is so fucking Islamophobic, it's insane. He regularly says Islamophobic shit. Remember when they came out and condemned him? Right, you don't. Because that never happened.
Forcefully as I can, and I will continue to do that.
Yes, but in your original statement, he was not addressed by name. That's why I was raising the question.
I love that he's pressing him. So here Hakeem Jeffries is, licking that boot, doing everything Zionist media wants him to do. And again, do not forget that what's his bucket used to work for AIPAC. Wolf Blitzer used to work for AIPAC. Okay. But it's not enough. It's not enough. They're like, no, you didn't condemn him by name forcefully enough. We're going to beat you. We're going to beat you until you say, we condemn Hassan Piker. Oh my gosh, it's such a joke, bro.
Leader Jeffries, you want to give me a final thought?
Amazing. Okay, last one before I wrap up. This fucking hack. No, it's everywhere, you guys.
What's your message to those within your party who are campaigning, fundraising, and appearing with Hassan Piker?
I reject Hassan Piker's ideology, whether it was seeming to celebrate or at least excuse 9/11, whether it is seeming to excuse the assassination of Charlie Kirk, which I condemned immediately. The Democratic Party does not stand for what Hassan Piker stands for.
What's your message to those within your party who are campaigning?
Once again, just like totally made up lies, you guys. Hassan Piker never celebrated 9/11. He never celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. Like, this is totally made up. That's why it's a foolish thing to say, oh, I'm not going to defend Hassan Piker because I don't like him personally. You don't have to. This actually isn't really about him personally. It's much broader what they are trying to do. They are trying to use him as a vehicle to destroy the left. They are trying to use him as a vehicle to destroy the pro-Palestine movement. They are trying to use him as a vehicle to destroy the left, to destroy the pro-Palestine movement, and to excise anyone from the progressive left out of politics. And anyone who is anti-Zionist out of politics. They are trying to excise any anti-Zionist out of politics. That is what they are trying to do. That is what they're trying to do. And it has to be fought back. You have to fight back. And by fighting back, that starts with not accepting their premise. Because the last thing I'll say is that one of the things that Abdul El Sayed did that was so problematic when he condemned Hassan Piker was he accepted their framing. Their framing is bad faith. By saying my statement on Hassan Piker regarding Jeremy Moss, you are accepting their framing. You are accepting their bad faith framing that he's anti-Semitic or that he said something he did not say. Which Ryan Grimm pointed out, what Hassan Piker said was actually what Dana Bash said and what many other people have said. Ezra Klein has said it. A lot of other people. Dana Bash was sitting on TV yesterday crying when she herself said something very similar. Almost bar for bar. So again, by accepting their framing, you are actually helping them, helping the fascists, helping these Zionists. Because also what this is really about that you don't see are the donors. One of the largest Democratic donors in the country, Haim Shabbat, I think his name is, said, if I have to choose between the Democratic Party, my main issue is Israel and I will leave. They care about the donors. They care about the donors. And he's one of the largest donors. So understand what's actually happening. And in order to fight this, you need to understand what's happening and not capitulate to their framing. Abdul El-Sayed's first mistake was capitulating to their framing and then also putting out an apology statement. And if you don't get that, you're not understanding what the fight is. If you think that it's okay that he capitulated to right-wing Zionist framing and then threw Hassan Piker under the bus using their framing of something that Hassan Piker didn't even say, you're not ready for this fight. Because the fight isn't even about Hassan Piker. It's about the broader issue of them trying to crush the anti-Zionist movement and the pro-Palestine movement, which is anti-Zionist, and the Palestinian liberation movement and the progressive movement and the left, whether that be Medicare for all, defunding Israel, abolishing ICE, this entire movement on the left, they are trying to crush, and they are using Hassan as a pinpoint and a vehicle. That is why Abdul El-Sayed makes a huge mistake by adopting their bad faith framing and then condemning him, because it is not about Hassan. Anyway, don't let them. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for everybody who gave a super chat during this stream. Somebody asked me yesterday if you could give super chats on videos that are already existing. Yes, you can. Like if you see a video later or watch the live later and you want to give a super chat, it's just the little thanks button on YouTube. You can just hit thanks and leave it later. So yes, you can. Thank you to everybody who gave super chats during this stream. Thank you to everybody for joining, for your comments. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channels. You can also, if you want to monthly support my work, become a patron or a Ko-Fi member. But all of the links that I'm about to reference are in my link tree that are in the description of this live. If you want to tip me, you can tip me using Cash App or Venmo. Yes, there is Ali Sky is the profile picture. Follow me on Upscrolled. Follow me on Twitter, on TikTok. I might go live on TikTok for a little bit because people keep asking me to, even though I hate going live on TikTok. But people keep asking me to, so I might for like 20 minutes. I don't know. So follow me on all the platforms, and you can become a YouTube member or Twitch subscriber. Please share the content, interact with the content. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Free Palestine, abolish ICE. And also shout out to Boney. Shout out to Boney and to Johan. Johan, I'm pretty sure, is still a mod here, I think. Shout out to my amazing mods. Love you all. And I will see you on Sunday at 2:30 and maybe later on TikTok. I don't know. We'll see. Love you guys. Yes, thank you, Boney, for throwing that up. We love Boney. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.